Okay. Brother Ray, you do realize that I'm an alien, right? I am biological living light that's accessing the liquid in my pineal gland and balancing myself. And as far as I'm concerned, everybody else out there is like this. That's how they're thinking. And if you haven't seen balance, then how would you know what balance is? Okay. So on 213, let's make sure we put this in here. It's very important. 1101 on today's date is February 22nd. The 2 and the 2. Understand that there's the substantial side of the 2, but then there's the insubstantial or the converse side that is not seen. And this is what makes Brother R.A. biological living light balanced and access. I mean, although I am a post-traumatized slave, thank you for writing that book, Dr. Joy. And but I've taken it a step further. Naeem Akbar, from miseducation to education, and education of such information like Egypt on the Potomac. Understanding that my boy Noam, he claims to be a linguist, and I like that. To be a linguist, being the media individual that I am, and a spiritualogist. Yes, since I'm the linguist, I'm creating my own terminologies as biological living light. Not only light as a feather in living light in my life, but in my thought process, accessing. Why do we spend so much time separating ourselves from the one verse? We are considered, quote unquote, individuals. Yes, we are inwardly divided. And how many of us are being taught or re-educating ourselves to become an undivided individual? And being an undivided individual, you live harmoniously within the 5 elements of the universe. We have 5 senses, 5 elements of the universe on the 3rd planet away from the sun. And I'll just slightly deal a little bit with numbers. Beginning, middle, and end. Okay, I was born, I came out of my mother's womb. I was connected to her through my belly button umbilical cord. She was connected to her mother. And that's 2 women that I came from. The 3rd woman, my father's mother. And wait a minute, I said I'm on the 3rd planet away from the sun. So understanding 5 minutes into the segment, 11:05. beginning, middle, and end. With the 11, there is a yin and yang, the male and female. Are many men cognizant of their female side and accessing with a liquid pineal gland, balancing your substantial and insubstantial? So there's the beginning, middle, and end. You are that one with a beginning, middle, and end, or bottom, middle, and top. And I, as the linguist, and from Regina B. Key's 8th grade class, she taught my mother and she taught me dealing with the denotative, the connotative, and the absolute abstract. So dealing with the numbers, being that one with that beginning, and right now I'm living in my middle, and my middle is my intent or my connotation, the connotation of the developed character of who I am as biological living light. My intent is to not reach, but understand my connection to the absolute abstract, the void. At 6 minutes in, 6 minutes going into 7. So wait a minute, 1, top, middle, bottom. 2, yin and yang, substantial, insubstantial. 3, the Trinity, man, woman, and child. 2 dudes can't create a baby. Only the woman can be revered. And this is coming from Reverend Richard Wilton Arthur Jr. All those people out there working for dead slaveholders. And then Malachi 3:8-10. Will a person rob God? Yet you have robbed me in tithes and offerings. You are cursed with a curse, because you robbed God. Wait a minute. That doesn't sound like void. That sounds like some individualistic, inwardly divided. Oh, wait a minute. I got to 3, the 3 sides of the triangle. But then there's the 4, the base of the pyramid, the foundation. 4 90-degree right angles, a longitude and latitude. And then with Anthony Browder and some of my other research, we're dealing with sea level, or what is your depth? Does your character have depth? So dealing with the numbers, I got to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is a longitude and a latitude, or a right angle at the top of half a circle. That means the energy goes in and out. We're only halfway there. 6 minutes in, that's the full sphere at the bottom of the stem. The pallbearer, dead people. But 7 is the right angle at the top. That's the rebirth. Have we reborn ourselves? That's 7. 8 is DNA, a sphere above a sphere. Look at your emojis. Are we connected on all the parallel lines of who we are? The horizontal connected to the vertical in a twist? 10 minutes in. So I got to 8, 9. Oh, the number of points that a melanin-dominant young black quarterback scored in the Super Bowl in 2021. Patrick Mahomes scored 9 points. Spiritually, in 2021 is biological living light. What does that mean? Oh, wait a minute, the Brady bunch, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Was I talking about Malachi 3:8? Will a person rob God? Oh, the buck stops here. Let's deal with that 31 points. Wait a minute, I got the three dealing with the Trinity or the woman. And how is that 3 drawn? Oh, wait a minute. Skin tight britches. That 3 is drawn like a vertical gluteus maximus or breast or butt or, I mean, boom, boom, the middle. But then there's the physical side, then there's the spiritual side. Is it all come together? And so wait a minute. Tom Brady scored 31 points. Buried, quote unquote, Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, isn't that kind of ironic? The black quarterback for the Native American, call them the Chiefs. And then we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which is a horse, and buck. I'm just taking all this shit and putting it together. The 3 in front of the 1 represents, wait a minute, that's the inwardly divided individual that puts ass in front of yourself. Stop putting ass in front of you, putting breast. No, that's degradation. We need to, as Reverend Richard, Brother R.A., we need to revere the WombMan, the original Trinity. Only life comes from her womb. Do we acknowledge and revere the woman, and specifically melanin dominant black women? We as melanin dominant biological living light were the original people. And during that tour, Egypt on the Potomac, I mean, Washington, D.C. was built by Masons, and the original Masons were the Cometans, but D.C. is on its diamond. It's on its point. So that north and south, east and west pointed in those particular directions. And is there significance to the numbers that are drawn? So I got to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 10 is what? You are the complete one, beginning, middle, end, to the absolute abstract in the full sphere with light energy. You are void. What's it take to walk on water? Is that a particular mindset? Or is that an actuality? I'm pulling it all together. Reverend Richard Arthur Jr., Brother R.A., I'm tearing down the value structure of the calcified pineal gland, dealing with the Human Genome Project and biogenetic engineering and listening to the CDC. Don't touch your face and please wear a face mask. That's propaganda controlling the public mind. And we are divine as long as we understand that we are a straight line with a beginning, middle, and end. And where is your middle? Are you accessing the absolute void? I've been your host, Brother R.A. That's all I had to say today. And bye.